got pregnant with my child when I was 16, and my mom had no idea. 8 years later, she found out and is kicking me out. She came over once after the baby, David, was born, and when my mom went out for a little bit, she made me hold him and took a photo of us, saying I should hold my son while I can. Then she moved with David to Taiwan and started living with a cousin. I have tried to forget everything she did to me. I graduated with honors and got a wonderful job. I have tried to make my mom proud. I just got her a car. She calls my fiancée the daughter she never had. My fiancée is the only one I've ever opened up to because I had to let her know. Apparently, last Monday, my aunt had one too many drinks and told a cousin everything she did to me and about me being David's father. She got kicked out right away, and my mom was told everything by the cousin. My mom had a breakdown and asked me if she was really so horrible that I couldn't tell her this happened to me. She yelled that she would have been able to help, but because I didn't know, her grandson is stuck with a monster. She kicked me out, saying I must have never forgiven her for how she used to act. I've talked to my fiancée about it, and she said my mom just needs time and can't fathom the idea that she has a grandson she can't help. Was I wrong to never tell her? Update 1. It has been a rough month and a bit since I last posted. The day after my post, my mom called me back home and said we needed to talk. When I came back and sat down on the couch to talk, she just started crying, so I started crying too. She calmed down first, but I kept crying, and it's embarrassing to write, but I fell asleep. My mom woke me up, and we had to talk about things. I told my mom how, because of how provocative my aunt was and how other kids would tease me whenever they'd see her, I was so confused when things were happening, and I was trying to push it all down and away. She even brought up how she should have known something was wrong, because no kid at that age should cuddle with their mom all through the night, but she was too wrapped up in trying to have fun to notice. And then, I don't know, I tried to tell her how much I've worked to make her proud. She told me that she's always been proud and I'm proof that she didn't end up being a waste of space like her parents always called her. I'm her entire life. And then she admitted that she called my aunt the night before. She told me that even though she wanted to be sly with things to find out about David, my aunt knew why she was calling. It turns out after my cousin kicked her out, my aunt moved into a hotel room because she couldn't afford an apartment. My mom offered to pay for that apartment on the condition that she sends David to her, and my aunt agreed. My mom told me that she wishes she could send my aunt to jail so she could suffer, but she won't fail her grandson like she failed me, so she had to bring him. He came a week after, and my aunt did not come with him. She sent him on the plane with a relative who didn't know what was up and left the day after to visit other people. He was really quiet and confused, and my mom took him around everywhere, trying to get full custody of him right away. I don't know anything about this legal stuff, or how he was even allowed to come with a guardian, but my mom has told me not to worry about it and that she's handling it. He did refer to my mom as his aunt when he came, but as soon as our relative left, she made him start calling her grandma. As weird as it's been, he's also been calling me dad. He seemed uncomfortable with it at first, but he's kind of gotten used to it. My mom has loved being a grandma, and David is already really attached to her.